Welcome back to Nevermore Creations, and Phyllis, this is for you. You've been waiting very patiently. This is one of the DIY journal pouches, wallpaper pouches, and I worked out the kinks from before, so this one is much sturdier, and the journal slips in and out much better. She loved the blues that I did in my previous video, so here is a different blue wallpaper. It feels so amazing. The raised embossing, the silkiness of it, and on this one there's still the eyelet zipper at the top, but I added this pretty lace and button to it, and then here's the little removable tassel that you can go ahead and put on the journal you make if you want to. Lots of laces and yarns and trims, and there is a butterfly charm tied on here, so that's the one I put together for you, and then I'm going to just show you what your kit is like so you can start thinking about it and what you might want to do with it before it gets to you, because this will be out in the mail tomorrow. So one of the biggest changes I did for these pouches is I made the journal a 5x7 journal instead of the 4 1/4 by 8 1/4, because this fits much better in it. You still have pretty much the same space to journal. It's just the dimensions are a little different. So here's your little tie that you can tie on if you like, or if you want to, you can cut it in half and use 2 closures here. Totally up to you how you want to do it, but this is the cover, and here is the inside, and here is the outside, and I've stitched them together, and I've inked the edges for you, so you can decorate that. Now the pages, we have 5 coffee dyed pages, and some of these were some of my favorite ones out of this last batch that I dyed, all different kinds, and there's a little bit of stamping on them, but obviously they open up. So there's 5 of those, and then there's 4 scrapbook pages, so and they are coffee dyed on the inside. So we have 1, so there's this one. There is this one and this one. And then there are 3 additional pages. This is from a vintage French-English book. And this is from a window decorating book. And this is a scan from an old book. And then there's Distress Oxide and stuff on it. So those are all the pages, and then we have all the goodies. I'm going to pour out of here. Lots of goodies. Okay, so these are all things you can use in this journal. They coordinate, or of course you could use them somewhere else. So you have a big piece of lace. You have a little mini envelope template you can put together. You have one of my paper ribbons, stitched and inked. You have a little owl domino piece from DigitalCollageClub, and it's stitched at the top with an enamel dot. You have 2 of my new paper flowers that I made and inked and added enamel dots. You have 3 different sentiments to choose from. There's How Sweet, I inked the edges on these too, Have Courage, and Serenity. You get all 3 of those. You get 3 buttons, so you have one of the wooden flower buttons I use a lot, and 2 little more neutral type. You could of course use them on the cover or use them somewhere in the pages. You have a little vintage history book page that I punched and stamped and inked. You have a little cute Beatrix Potter card from Digital Collage Club, and that is stitched and inked all around. You have a little flip out card. I colored this all myself. This is not a scan. This is part of the original. You have some of my favorite thread for binding it, and this is one of the Tim Holtz vocabulary cards that you can use in the book as well. Here is a little journaling card. It says date, and then on this side it looks like that. Here is a journaling card. It says Be Free, and it is inked and stitched all the way around. And here is a little 2-page notebook to put in there with a little tab stitched on. And then a giant fairly heavy duty coffee dyed tag. So I hope that this really sparks your creativity for putting one of these together. They are so much fun for me to put together for you because I get to pick the things I think you'll like, I think you'll use. I get to coordinate them together. I get to do all the fun part, all the fun parts for me. So I hope that this is fun for you and that you enjoy it. Anybody interested in one of these DIY pouches, wallpaper pouches, just message me on Etsy because I do not have these up in my listing because I just haven't gotten to it yet. And I need to buy some zippers in bulk. But I do have a couple spots, a couple zippers, a couple spots open if somebody is interested in these. They come with a wallpaper pouch, everything you need to make a journal pretty much except the needle and glue. You get the cover, all of the pages, the thread, the embellishments, and a removable tassel. So I hope that you have a lovely crafty day, and I will see you very soon in the next video, which should be some things up for my Etsy shop, and hopefully they have to do with wallpaper covers too.